Welcome to the Merch Minds podcast, where we discuss everything about the Merch by Amazon business and the print-on-demand industry. Here are your hosts, Glenn and Young.
Merch Informer is the #1 research program for Merch by Amazon. You can do niche research by BSRs, keywords, and even by merchant brand names at your fingertips. You can explore historical data to see exactly what strategies the top sellers are using to succeed. Merch Informer was designed to help streamline your research process and help organize your ideas. Head over to merchinformer.com for a free 3-day trial, and after that, it's just $19.99 per month. Use the coupon code MERCHMINDS for 15% off the entire order. Merch Minds podcast episode number 62. Happy New Year. My name is Glenn.
Happy New Year.
This is Young.
What's going on, people?
And it's been a while since we've talked as far as like the podcast goes.
Yeah, it's been a couple of weeks. We had talked about taking a break for the holidays. The holidays is officially over. We're back. We're ready to rock and roll, make some money. Yeah, man. So how you been?
Good. Ready for the new year, new goals, new merch goals. Now we have a lot of good merch news to talk about.
We do have some merch news that we're going to discuss. But yeah, there's a lot of things going on. There's a lot of people getting approved, apparently. So we'll talk about all that. But yeah, man.
I want to ask you first about your little trip that you just had and some of the merch peeps that you met.
Yeah. That's something that I want to discuss as well. So I got back. So today's Saturday afternoon. I got back pretty late last night. I wasn't supposed to come back until tomorrow or Monday, but I was getting so tired of traveling that I decided to come back home a couple of days early. But I had a great time, dude. But I'm gonna sidetrack the story a little bit. And I was telling you earlier, man. I went to bed. I crashed last night. I came home. I passed out, thinking I'm gonna get a good night's sleep. And then the smoke alarm goes off at like 6 a.m. right? And I'm freaking out, right? And I definitely smelled something burning, right? I was like, what the hell is going on, right? So I'm checking around the house and everything looks intact. So I'm like, what is that burning? But, and then I mentioned to you, I happen to live right next door to a cemetery, right?
Is that weird? Is that a little freaky or no?
When I first moved in a couple of years ago, I was a little spooked out, and I'll tell you why. It's not because I believe in all that, right? That the supernatural.
Yeah.
It's because I used to live on a very busy street. 24 hours a day, you can hear the cars go back and forth, right, outside. Yeah. And then I move into this place. I move into this unit. At 7 p.m., they close the gate to the cemetery, so there's no ongoing traffic. So it's super quiet.
Oh, okay.
So I wasn't used to the street being so quiet, and I realized for the first couple of weeks that really spooked me out because I was used to all that noise.
Yeah.
But anyway, going back to my story, man. I smelled something burning. I was like, "What the hell is going on?" And I realized, dude, I slept with the window open, and I think the people at the cemetery were burning leaves or something. So the smoke.
Are they allowed to do that, or what was the deal with that?
Who knows, man? They're always doing something crazy over there. They're always doing some construction. But it scared the hell out of me, man. And like I said, I'm trying to get a good night's sleep, man. But yeah, man, I was bugging out this morning, man.
At least your fire alarm works.
Yeah, thank God. But the trip, it was good. It was good. And here's the thing, if you guys been following the podcast, right? Yeah, I'm always preaching network. And that's what I did. Once a year for the holidays, I travel because my family, they just don't want to do the whole holiday thing. So I started my trip down in Southern California, and I met up with some really cool people down there. And these are some prominent names in the merch community. I met up with RJ. RJ Martinez, you guys can follow him on YouTube. Oh gosh, man! Now you're putting me on the spot.
You're like that other dude,
No,
and
and then there was Chris. You know, he does a show with Margaret.
hmm
I don't remember his last name, but I know he has a YouTube channel. I just can't remember
yeah. Uh-huh.
his channel. And then oh gosh, man, this is and they're gonna kick my butt for this, but I forgot the couple's name. They're always doing that show with RJ.
Yeah.
Cool couple. I just can't. And guys, forgive me, man.
This guy's bad with names. I mean, we
I'm
can
just
only do so
horrible.
much on this show.
Faces I'll never forget. But Sarah from San Diego came up.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, she was there. There was a couple of other individuals. There was a guy from, dude. This is how dedicated some people are. There was a guy from Vegas, Dave, drove in from Las Vegas to meet up with us
Dang,
that night.
his dedication right there.
That's a good 4 or 5 hour drive. So we
Yeah.
had a cool little meetup. Travis was there.
Travis.
But yeah, so we had a cool meetup. That was real fun. And you know me, man. I'm doing my normal trash talking with me, with RJ. He had a really good time, man. It was finally good to meet up with some of these familiar faces that we always talk to.
Yeah, it's
Right.
always good to meet him in person. It's like a totally different experience than
It is.
online.
And so got to meet RJ, and the funny thing is, we're both gonna be actually in Southern California here in a
Mhm.
couple of weeks for RJ's merch
Mhm.
conference. But yeah, so that was fun. And then after that, I went to it's only been like 2 weeks, but it feels like it's been like 5 months. Seriously. Right? But so after that, I went to Las Vegas, met up with some old high school friends, did the whole Christmas thing out there. And then after Vegas, Ken Real, I was supposed to meet up with Ken. The dude stood me up.
Oh yeah, I was gonna ask what happened with that. What happened with
Hey,
Ken?
Ken, I'm calling you out right now, my brother. You stood me up, man. I thought we were going out on a hot date in Vegas. Stood me up. No, you know what?
Dang, you were wearing your dress and all.
He actually happened to be out of town that weekend or
Oh,
that
okay.
week. So it's all good, Ken. So yeah, I did the whole Christmas thing in Vegas, and then after that, I flew to Dallas, Fort Worth, Dallas area. Had another meetup out there, and again, we had a small meetup. This one was pretty small. It was me, Tanya Jackson. Um, I can't remember the freaking names, man. You know what? But anyways, it was like 3 other people, and it was Adrian, Tanya, and I. Oh gosh, again, if you're listening to the podcast, trust me, I'm just horrible with names. And that worked out pretty good. And here's the thing, man. I just love talking merch. I mean, obviously, that's why we do the podcast.
Yes, sir.
And then so we did that. I was supposed to meet up with Big Mitch. He
Oh
stood me
yeah,
up as
Mitch.
well. Mitch, I'm calling you out too, Mitch. No, man, Mitch is my boy. No, he has some family issues that he had to take care of. So I went to Austin and met up with some other friends that I know outside of the whole merch community. Hung out with them for a couple of days, and then I rented a car. Get this, man. I don't know if you've ever been there, and if you haven't, we should definitely go sometime, Glenn, because this is my
Where?
second. Well, I'll
Oh,
tell you. So this is my second time being there, but Shreveport, Louisiana.
never been.
Never been. It's a 3-hour drive east of Dallas. Okay. And the reason I wanted to go there was because, like I said, I've been there a couple of years ago, and just a cool place. It's kind of like Las Vegas because they have the casinos,
Yeah.
but it's really it's cheaper, and it's really it's like Vegas without the whole glitz and glamour, right?
Oh, okay.
Which is what I'm all about, right? I think Vegas is just too Hollywood for me. But so I went to Shreveport, Louisiana, and the food's good. The people are polite. So we should definitely head out there one of these days. And then after that, from Dallas, after Shreveport, I drove back to Dallas to fly back out. I went back to Vegas for New Year's Eve. again to meet up with the same friends. We did the whole New Year's thing. And then I flew back to Southern California, hung out with some friends there. And again, I wasn't supposed to come back home until tomorrow, Monday, but I was just so damn exhausted. I came back last night.
There's some old bones. They got to get some rest.
They do. But no, it was fun. It was fun. It's good to always talk. Oh, did you hear that?
Yeah.
But it's always good to talk merch, talk strategy. I mean, it's we can definitely do it online, but it's a whole different experience when you do it in person. And it's just look, human beings are we're built and wired to interact with one another, right? So I always encourage everyone, if you get the opportunity, go out and network and just meet with like-minded individuals and talk strategy.
Yeah. Sound very dad-like, kind of like you youngsters don't know what it's like to meet people in person,
young guns,
hiding behind the keyboards and the screens. And
no, seriously, right? I mean, and I know you say that in a joking way, but in all seriousness, and I'm being completely honest, like I come from the generation before we even had desktop computers, right? And that's what we always did.
Yeah, just hang out with your boys.
Yeah, we'll go out, we hang out, right? But apparently with the whole digital age, right? I mean, everyone wants to just communicate online, which is fine, but hey, I'm all about let's meet face to face and slap each other around and talk some strategy.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this digital age, YouTube and print on demand, like what's going on with this kind of stuff?
What's going on? What was this print on demand making money stuff?
So should we go with merch news or your numbers?
Let's start with numbers. You want to go first or should I?
You can go ahead.
Okay. My last 7 days, 77 shirts sold for a total royalty of $502.25. Numbers are down, obviously, from Q4, but then again, a lot of people were throttled during Q4. But I was very fortunate that my account wasn't. But it's pretty much back to normal for me.
Do you think it's going at 100% though?
I think for me it is. I think for others it isn't, because I'm seeing a lot of posts and groups saying that people's shirts are they're still not being shown,
yeah,
or displayed. So I think for some it's still an issue. I think for me, for the most part, everything is at 100%.
Mm-hmm.
But it is January. It's a slow season.
Yeah.
I think February or March was when it started picking up again. So my numbers are pretty much normal right now. It's that 15 sales per day mark.
I felt like it's still trying to get back to 100%. I don't know if it's all there yet. I think we're still trying to, I don't know, maybe get there. But now that people are getting accepted, it's probably getting closer to that. But my numbers, where am I? Last 7 days, 160 products sold, and I'm at $771.67. Yesterday I was at like 800 something. I'm trying to get back up to 1,000 a week, like the old days. Well, even that I was making more, but I'm trying to get to that point. And really, what a lot of this has to do, I have one really good design right now, and that shirt has been selling great. And I think 4 or 5 days ago, I was like, when this shirt starts creeping up the rankings, I'm gonna start seeing some, various designs based off of this design. And then
wait, from various designs from you, or do you mean copycats?
Well, not necessarily copycats, but taking my idea and then making it their own font or their own style of my same idea.
Oh, you mean you're going to extend off of that?
No. They started to. So 5 days ago, there was none. It was only mine.
I got you.
And then I was like, okay, now this shirt's starting to like really gain some traction. It was going up in the rankings. And I was like, yep, this is going to happen. And then sure enough, like I checked, I think 2 days ago.
Oh,
And
dude, it's gonna happen.
yeah, those like 11 pages of my first idea in different
And it was
various.
your idea, right?
Yeah, it was my idea.
Yeah, yeah. Well, again, kind of like you, one of my best sellers. It was my own idea, my own concept. I'm not gonna say it was my idea, like the words. It's out there, right?
Mm-hmm.
The slogan or whatever, but I made it into my own original, unique design, and it started selling. And to this day, it's still selling, right? It's been on my account for like almost a year now, and every day it's selling like 2, 3, 4 shirts a day. Um, and when I first put that design out, I think there was maybe like 3 or 4 shirts
Yeah.
with that slogan. Oh, now there's like freaking 20 pages, right? And people just doing some stupid stuff with it.
Yeah. I mean, it's good to have the original one because that one's always like the first page. It's been selling. But I mean, that's just what's going to happen in this game. Just that's the way it goes. But
Yeah.
the shirts have still been selling good. If I didn't have that shirt though, my sales would be totally down. I mean, that's one that's kind of carrying most of my
Really? So it
sales right
sounds
now.
like you're selling. How many are you selling per day?
I think 2 days ago I sold like 30
average.
something. Yesterday I sold like 25. Today I'm at like 15.
Oh,
Roughly like 20 to 25 a day, maybe.
Okay.
So I mean, it's getting there, but like I said, most of it has to do with this one shirt.
What's the BSR on that right now? Because if you're selling 20, 25 a day, that's got to be like in the
Well,
10,000
in total, not just from that
BSR.
one shirt. I think from that one
Oh.
shirt, I'm selling maybe like 12 to 15 or something.
Mm-hmm.
The rest, that's what I'm saying. The rest is only like example today, I've sold 9 of that one shirt, and the rest, all my other shirts combined, 6.
Okay. But now, do you have any reviews on that shirt?
Let me check. I don't think I do.
The only reason I'm asking is because even though, I was just talking about my shirt, even though it's been around for about a year or so, and there's like 30, 40, 50 other copycats, not copycats, but similar designs, mine continues to sell because I actually have good reviews. And people base their decision on reviews as well.
Yeah. No, I don't have any reviews on it.
Okay.
So I don't know. We'll see what happens with it. I'm just gonna ride that out, but I gotta keep adding more shirts now that uploads seem like those are back to normal. Are they back to normal for you?
Yes. Oh, I forgot to announce this. Yo,
go ahead.
I got upgraded to the next tier.
Oh, you got tiered up. What are you at now?
2,000. Technically, I should be at. Is there a 6?
I don't know. I think it was just 4, and then you go to 8.
4 and 8. Okay, well then technically, I should be on the 4,000 tier.
Okay.
I believe, but I'm on the 2K tier. That's fine. I'm not gonna bitch about it. But I'm on the 2K tier now. And to answer your question, I got my normal uploads again. I'm at. Is it 40 a day? I'm at 40 a day.
Okay.
And right now I'm not doing any new designs. I'm just re-uploading my designs on the sweatshirts and hoodies, which we'll talk about here shortly. That's all I'm doing right now.
Okay. All right. I guess that's 40. So it's good. It looks like we're trying to get back to 100%. That's good for 2018. Some people have been on my Instagram has been going crazy today as far as people just getting accepted. So
people messaging you?
Yeah, so they just got accepted today. Everybody's checking their emails. Hopefully Sarah, which you met, hopefully she got accepted. I don't know when she
I know,
first
just
signed
one
up.
person that I'm really rooting for is her because
Yeah.
she's gone to like the Seattle conference, and she's she came up to Orange County from San Diego to meet up with me, and she's really dedicated, and she wants to start. So if there's one person that I'm really rooting for, is her, man. I should reach out to her and ask her if she did get accepted or not.
Yeah. So hopefully we can hear from her soon and see see what that update is, but a lot of people are just getting in right now. That's good for them. Now some people are wondering what to do. I saw one, I don't know if it was on Instagram or Facebook, but someone's like, hey, I just got into merch. Give me some tips. What do I got to do now? I'm like, come on, man. It's like once you get in, now you want people to just feed you tips.
Yeah. Here's the thing. If you guys been waiting for a long time, I mean, the first thing you should have done, even though you weren't accepted, is just do your research, right?
Have a game plan ready or something.
Have a game plan, exactly. But to answer your questions, what do I do? Just started putting out quality designs. And if your next question is, well, how do I put out quality designs? We've talked about that in the past. You're better off just going back and listening to the episodes.
All 62.
All 62. 61, because technically we're on 62.
Oh, yeah. Well, you're listening to 62, so.
Exactly.
All right, let's talk about hoodies and sweatshirts. We now can sell them. We're extremely pumped. This was news on January 2nd, and people have already been uploading a lot of hoodies and sweatshirts. Have you sold any?
So I just sold my first sweatshirt last night.
Congrats.
Thank you. How about
We're
you?
going to talk about pricing, though, because that's...
Yeah, we'll talk about pricing because I'm a little confused about the whole pricing thing.
Okay.
It does seem high, but we'll talk about that. But how about you? Have you sold any?
I sold 2 sweatshirts. I haven't sold hoodies yet.
Okay, so I sold one sweatshirt last night, and here was a cool thing about the sweatshirt that I sold last night. I had just uploaded it, and then about 40 minutes later, it sold.
Dang, that's quick.
It was very quick.
Waiting.
Yeah, it was super quick, and I was kind of surprised because I was like, "Whoa, that was pretty darn fast." I haven't sold another one since. Damn. But yeah, so hoodies and sweatshirts. If you guys don't remember, I kind of predicted that this was going to happen. Again, you guys can call me Youngstradamus because I like to predict things. And for once, I actually predicted something correct for once. Usually, I just make up some random stuff, and it just never happens.
All right, so all sales must go to Young. Credit Young.
That's right. But seriously, I remember I had predicted that because I don't know, it just in my mind, like when Amazon first gave us that gut punch with the whole royalty thing, I was like, that's a lot of money for them to be taken out.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, well, there's got to be something to it. And in the back of my head, I was like, I bet you they're probably going to release hoodies and sweatshirt at some point in the very near future. And I even mentioned it on the podcast a few episodes ago. And sure enough, I was kind of surprised. Like I didn't think it was going to be this quick.
Yeah.
But I did have this feeling that they were going to definitely release hoodies. But yeah, so you and I are both excited. In fact, you were messaging the hell out of me when I was on my trip saying, yo, man, I got my hoodies and the sweatshirts. And I was trying to play it off like, what are you talking about?
Yeah. Well, because I didn't hear from you for like 2 days. I was like, what's going on with this guy? And then he's like, comes back. He's like, hoodies? Sweatshirts? What is this sort of thing?
Well, what is that? I never heard of it. But yeah, so that's good news. And so let me ask you then, Glenn, because I remember again having a conversation with you last year, late last year, and I kind of got the feeling like you were just kind of like merch. I'm kind of losing my whole mojo on this whole merch thing now because of all the issues that they were having.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Are you excited now with having hoodies and sweatshirts? Does this like pump you up to start, doing merch?
Does it get you riled up? Well, last time we talked, we didn't even know hoodies and all that was going to happen. And I told you that I was trying to get just back into merch. I just felt like I didn't have what frustrated me the most not necessarily from their issues, because we even talked about how during the freeze we're like, we're not worried, they're gonna come back from this, we'll be fine. The thing that frustrated me, I think, was like I just didn't have a game plan as far as like where I wanted to take it and what I wanted to do with it. Like I felt like I was just trying to upload whenever I had time, balancing between eBay and YouTube. So I was just kind of like, when should I do this or try to design? So during the break, it was good because I had mentioned in the last podcast that, or last show, I was gonna get my brother more involved. He can design more for me, and then I could do some more uploads, give me time to just really focus on that and not go back and forth in designs only on trending topics. So I was excited to just kind of get the new year going and just get back to 100%. Now with them throwing in the hoodies and sweatshirts, well, that was just like, okay, now 2018, we're not messing around. We're going all in. So now I was just like, okay, now I got to get more and more uploads in there and see what I can do. And during the break, I talked to my brother. He's ready to go. I have him doing some niches for the next 5 weeks. So he's set as far as like ideas, and he's ready to get those designs done. I think he has his first set next week. So
okay, hey, Anthony, if you're listening, give me a call. Okay, give me a call. Let's you and I talk as well. Hey, have your brother call me. Have him call me, okay?
Okay, I'll have his people call your people.
Yeah, call my people, which is me.
Okay. Yeah, I'll let them know.
Yeah, but no, so that's cool. Yeah. That's cool. That I mean, it seems like you're back on track. But yeah, no, I think here's the thing. I'm I'm not complaining. I'm grateful. First of all, I'm just grateful for the opportunity. And 2 years into merch now, we finally have hoodies and sweatshirts. If you think about it, that's a long time. 2 years, right?
I thought it was a little short because we're talking about like we're talking about like a brand new platform that's starting from nothing. I thought that was kind of quick.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing though. There's other platforms out there that's much smaller than Amazon, and they're offering everything, right? They're offering hoodies, sweatshirts, tank tops, underoos, whatever, right?
How long did it take for them to get to that point?
Who knows? But they're always offering a bunch of products. My thing is, when you're big as Amazon, you should grow faster than all these little mom and pop. No, seriously, right? Than all these other little mom and pop shops.
I don't know if I agree with that one
because you have the finance, because you have the money advance, right?
Well, they definitely have the money. I think the main thing is trying to like figure out that process of getting all these orders done. I mean, we're talking about how many orders per second, right? Especially before. I mean,
well, I'm glad you brought that point up. Well, but anyways, what I was saying is I was really excited when I saw that we now have hoodies and sweatshirts.
Mm-hmm.
What I really wanted was tank tops.
Oh yeah, that's right. I thought you were going to say leggings.
No, seriously, I mean, for some reason, dude, tank tops, dude, my damn merch is blowing up all of a sudden. I meant to turn that off too, but I'm sorry.
You're talking to me.
But yeah, I would rather have preferred tank tops over sweatshirts, because for some reason, at least for me on Etsy, they seem to sell a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, that's true. I think that's probably the next one they're probably going to work on, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a win-win.
Yeah, no, absolutely. No, I'm completely grateful. But kind of like you were saying, I mean, man, it's like I'm trying to envision what the warehouse is looking like, where people are just working nonstop. Just machines are just purring 24 hours a day. I mean, Amazon's got this damn sweatshop going. I said a sweatshop. No, but I'm just trying to envision like what the warehouse looks like, because it's like you said, they're probably getting hundreds and hundreds of orders per second.
Yeah, I mean, it's out of control. We got to do a tour or something.
Absolutely. Let's
call Jeff and see when we can do that tour.
I'll call Jeff, man. I'll call Jeff.
Let him know.
I'll let him know. But yeah, so super excited about the hoodies and the sweatshirts. Now, have you been designing any new designs just for the hoodies?
Yes,
Sweatshirts?
I did. I
Yeah.
did design new designs. I think earlier. I think 3 days ago or so. I uploaded new designs. Those haven't sold yet. And then I did the same thing. I went back to the old designs and tried to get those up there too. And that's really what sold in the sweatshirts. It was like
Okay.
older designs.
Yeah. So what I was doing was I went back and I started re-uploading my best sellers first,
Mm-hmm.
and then now I'm at the point where I'm just uploading just some the average designs.
Yeah.
So, but yeah,
So,
so it's been working. It's been I'm super pumped. We'll see how this works out. I mean, technically, if you think about it, we should be making a little more money because this adds the hoodies and the sweatshirts adds more inventory. But unfortunately, it's not working out that way, right? I mean, I'm still doing my 15 shirts a day, so we'll see how this works out in the
yeah.
next few months.
So I'm glad you brought that up. So let's talk hoodies and sweatshirts as far as pricing goes. We know that we have pricing. We know that prices are going to change January 15th. They told us about this already. The
Right, and this
royalty,
is
all of that.
yeah, and this is where I'm confused as well. And we had talked about this in private,
Yeah.
but
Okay. So with the hoodie and sweatshirt prices, if you go to the royalties page, it does tell you what the new hoodies and sweatshirt price guide is going to look like as of January 15th. So there are some changes in there, making more, maybe making less. So here's their example. Let's say $37.99 for a hoodie. Your royalty right now is $3.30. As of January 15th, it goes up to $3.67
wait, so it goes up.
for that price range. But if it's $39.99 right now, you'll make $5. If it's $39.99 January 15th, you'll stay at $5.
So it stays at $5. Okay.
Depends on the price. So they're
So
giving you like little examples.
Yo, man,
And
I'm
some are
confused
going
now,
up,
man.
some are
Okay.
going up, some are going down. So here's another one. $41.99. As of right now, you'll make $6.70.
This is a hoodie.
But yeah, this is a hoodie. But January 15th, $41.99, you'll make $6.33. It'll go down.
Yeah. You know what? I don't know who the mathematician is over there. But yeah, you know what? Who knows?
It's almost like $39.99 is almost like the price that they want you to do. Let me tell you why. It's the only price that's not going to go up or down as of January 15th. If you price higher, $41.99, $43.99, $45.99, it's going to go down as of January 15th. But for some reason, $39.99 is going to stay the same price. You'll get a $5 royalty no matter what.
That's a sweet spot for hoodies. $39.99. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's a sweet spot for the hoodies. Now, what about the sweatshirts?
Okay, sweatshirts. Let's say if you price $32.99 right now, it's $2.84. As of January 15th, it'll go up $3.25.
So it goes up at $32.99.
Yeah, $34.99. Right now, you'll make $4.54. January 15th, you'll make $4.68. So it'll go up a little bit. And then after that, it goes down. So $36.99, $38.99, and then $40.99. After that, it's going down. So $40.99, you'll get $9.64 right now. January 15th, you'll make $8.98.
What about $35.99?
They don't have that as an example.
Okay, because I've been pricing all my sweatshirts at $35.99, and I think that's the default, right?
I think so. Yeah,
I think so. Well, hopefully, $35.99. That's a sweet spot for sweatshirts, and nothing will change. We'll see.
Yeah. So it's kind of weird with that kind of change. I just kind of figured, and I think you kind of figured this too, that they were just going to roll out whatever price was going to happen for the change anyway, because we're already so close to that happening.
Yeah.
But that's not the case. And actually, it's going to change.
Okay. So it is going to change. And then you and I were also talking their base price. So for those of you guys that don't have the sweatshirt and hoodies yet, um, when you like Glenn and I, we have hoodies and sweatshirts. Like when we log in and I upload a design, by default for a sweatshirt, the price is $35.99. But that's the default pricing that they have it set at. For the hoodies, the default price that they have set at is $39.99.
Mm-hmm.
And you and I were talking, we're like, man, those are pretty high prices.
Yeah, because even some like the hoodie I'm wearing right now is a PlayStation hoodie, and I got this at Marshall's for $16.99. I was like, hey, that's a good deal. But imagine paying $39.99 or $41.99 for like a no brand, which we don't know the quality, which it's probably very similar to the t-shirt, how like maybe the ink smells a little bit. We're not really too sure yet, but you're paying over $40 for like a no name brand hoodie. Would you be willing to pay that much? Maybe that's why we haven't sold a hoodie yet. I don't know.
But no, actually, no, seriously. I mean, you're probably right, because I mean, $40 for a hoodie. But think about it, right? Like I always said, like the hoodies and sweatshirts on my Etsy store is a little more higher quality. That's what I've always said.
Yeah.
And even my hoodies, I only sell for $35. And in my opinion, again, I think Printful does a better job of printing. I think they offer better quality hoodies and sweatshirts. But my hoodies are $35 and my sweatshirts are I think it's $30 for sweatshirts. And so comparing it to Amazon now, where I've always said, well, Amazon is kind of like where you just go and you get the lower quality stuff, but now they're charging more, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. It's kind of interesting, and I'll tell you what though, I'm not going to change my prices for my hoodies and sweatshirts on Amazon from the default prices. Basically I'm not going any lower than the default price, because I don't want to, I don't want to make $2-3 on the design, right?
Yeah, and that's one of the things that I think they talked about in one of the groups is like, is it worth uploading sweatshirts and hoodies to make the $5 if you have it at what, $39.99? Personally, I think it is, because you're throwing an extra just variation of your own design, especially if it's a good design that's already been selling. I think that's good to throw it out there. But I kind of just wouldn't expect like a whole lot, thinking that hoodies are going to sell as quickly as the t-shirts, because they're not. I mean, the t-shirts, that's where you're going to make most of your money from anyway.
Yeah.
So, but I like having the variation. We've seen the sweatshirts and hoodies already. Well, the sweatshirts have already sold, at least for us and probably some other people out there. I'm not too sure on the hoodies. Really want to hear from anybody, especially in the comments of this video on Hustler Hacks YouTube channel, which now we're going to be uploading our podcast on there. You can leave us a comment if you already sold a hoodie, but also in our Merch Minds Facebook group, if you sold hoodies, then yeah, we definitely want to hear from you guys and see what's kind of going on with that. But another thing that we kind of didn't talk about with the hoodies is that you are going to have to resave your file into a different into different specs, in order to upload the hoodie. So this might be a problem for some people if they don't feel like going through the process of either resaving it or resizing it through a different platform or something to upload the hoodies. So I don't know. What do you think about that?
I personally think it's a really simple process. It's tedious. I mean, it's just tedious, right? Because you're doing the same thing over and over again for like 400 or 500 designs. But I mean, I guess if you're a Ken Rio, I mean, oh my gosh, I mean, imagine having to resize like 8,000 designs, right?
Well, if you got like 2 or 3 freelance designers working for you, and they're doing like 400 or 500 designs each,
right?
Then I can only imagine. I mean, it's going to take slightly some more time to build that up.
Right. But I'm, and maybe it's because of how many shirts live that I have. I only have just a little over 1,000 shirts live now, right? And I can easily go in there and I can just change the sizes myself. But if I had like maybe 4,000 or 5,000 shirts live, I would maybe consider hiring a VA to again, not to touch my account, but just to resize those. Just to save some time, I would consider doing that. So if you guys are in the higher tiers and you guys have a lot of live shirts and you guys just don't want to go through that process, I would just hire a VA. I'm very fortunate enough where I don't have, in my opinion, too many shirts live, and I can do it on my own.
Yeah. Let me ask you a random question. So you're wearing a it looks like a Sports Illustrated sweatshirt.
Mm-hmm.
How much did you pay for that sweatshirt? Did it come
Yo,
free?
man, I got this for free when I subscribed to it.
Okay. Would you pay $34.99?
Hell no. I wouldn't even pay $15 for this damn thing. Dude, I don't even wear this outside of the house, man. I wear this when I go to bed.
This guy's comfy.
Huh? It's my sleeping sweatshirt. I tell you this though. Now that we got hoodies and sweatshirts, I think you know how in the past I said I've never ordered any T-shirts.
Mhm.
I think I'm gonna order a couple of sweatshirts and hoodies of my own designs.
Okay. You gotta let us know how the quality is.
Maybe I was gonna say maybe I'll wear one on the show, but no, we got too many of those little shady bastards who's always copying people. So no, I'm not gonna do that.
Please wear it on
Mm.
my YouTube channel.
No,
I
that's
swear
not gonna
nobody
happen.
will notice.
Maybe I wear it backwards.
Oh man, I don't know. I'm excited for it. Obviously, I've been uploading them, but yeah, let's see what happens with the price changes. It's going to be interesting 2 or 3 years from now to see what the royalties look like. As time goes on, maybe they want to take a little bit
Well,
more. We get a little bit less. What is that going to look like?
so I'm glad you brought that up because one of the things that I want to talk about on the list before the show's over is I know our final show last year was we talked about our goals. Do you have any predictions for Amazon, merch by Amazon?
Like, where are
As
they going to take this next?
Yeah, because you brought up, oh, I wonder how it's going to be 6 months down the road, or 2 3 years, down the road. Do you have any predictions? I have a prediction, and I said this before, I guess I'll start.
Okay.
So my prediction, I guess, again, is I think at some point, I don't know if it's going to be this year, but we know for a fact that Amazon is always constantly making changes, right?
Mhm.
Whether it's to our royalties or whatever, they're always doing something. People get people get upset and everything. I think at some point, and again, I said this in the previous episode, I think they're gonna start charging us a monthly fee, kind of like FBA. If you want a professional account, you have to pay $39.99 a month.
Mhm.
I think Amazon merch is gonna start doing that. That's gonna really separate the people that take it seriously and the people who just, they're doing just some crazy stuff. I think
Yeah,
that's
and
gonna.
I agree too.
Mhm.
I
So,
think
so
it's going to be
that's
more
my
of like a seller central.
Yeah, that's my prediction. What do you have a prediction?
I agree with that. I think definitely. I mean, even with FBA right now, I'm paying what, like 40 a month.
$39.99.
Yeah, so maybe it won't start off at 40. Maybe it'll be 20. I don't know, but I do agree that there'll be a monthly fee on that for sure. But not only that, I think that they're gonna try to improve, I guess, the platform into more like a seller central anyway. I think it
Okay.
may be like easier to manage your shirts and see what's going on, what you want to improve or change. I think it'd be easier to manage, kind of similar to, I mean, I think Etsy is way easier to manage than merch. I mean, you can easily go through your designs and figure things out rather than here. You're not even getting any like other stats either, as far as like views or impressions or
Yeah.
So I would like to see that. If I'm paying more per month, but I do agree that that's also going to turn people off as like, oh, well, now I got to pay this and you're taking this much money already. Now my royalty is going to be down to even this. And like you said, I think it'll separate, the men from the boys and see who's staying, who's going.
Yeah. Because I think, I just don't see the royalties getting any smaller. I mean, yeah, they can, right? But it's just, oh man, at that point, man, we might as well go work in China or something.
It'll be like $39.99 for a hoodie, and then you're making like $2.30 or something, like
Yeah,
$2.
it'd be something crazy. But yeah, I think the next prediction, the next thing that Amazon, the next action that they'll take is it'll be monthly fees.
Well, I also think that they're also going to take it into the like having your own brand type of thing too, because remember we talked, I mean, even if you go on here, you'll see like various big time YouTubers and other brands, Marvel and Star Wars and all that, like they already have their own thing. Some people, I think that eventually they're going to have their own page. Amazon kind of already showed a little bit about that. So if you have some type of influencer, like an influencer,
technically you can have an AMS storefront.
yeah, you can. Yeah. And they've talked, I think Chris Green has already talked about this, and other someone else
Okay.
too.
I didn't realize he had talked about it.
Yeah, on his Facebook page, and other people have showed it too. I think Travis talked about it too.
Okay, because I created an AMS storefront.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. See, there you go. I think
so basically what I did, for those of you guys that's listening and you have no idea what I'm talking about, when you place in the AMS dashboard, you also have an option to create a storefront on Amazon. And what I did was I created a storefront, and then I went and bought a domain name, like for instance, youngstees.com, right? For example. And then I just did a redirect. So when someone goes to youngstees.com, it just goes to the Amazon storefront.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's what they're gonna want though. Like you're bringing your own traffic, you're doing your own thing, and you have an influence or something, then you bring your own, I guess, following and all that to buy from Amazon.
Hey, if you guys need an influencer, contact me. No, actually, you know what? Don't do that, because you trust me, you won't get any sales, but you might even lose money.
You will lose money because you have to pay you for your services.
Exactly. Yeah, don't contact someone like Glenn.
Anything else that we need to talk about for hoodies and sweatshirts?
I think that's pretty much it. I'm pretty excited, man. I'm pumped. I heard a couple of cha-chings, during the show, and I'm ready to log into my dashboard and see if any of those were hoodies and sweatshirts.
And you know what? Last thing, I think AMS, people have been having trouble with AMS right now. Personally, for me, it's been like lagging and freezing. As soon as I log in, I can't even go through a lot of my listings. Like the whole thing just freezes. I don't know what's going on with it.
What do you mean it freezes?
Like I'm trying to, like it looks like it's loading and then nothing loads. And I'm trying to like click on certain shirts, and then I can't even function anything. Like,
okay,
just like
I haven't had that issue
page.
on my end. What? I haven't had any issues on my AMS account. Every time I was
talking to Anthony, well, just on his page, because he put on there that he contacted, I guess, AMS on why it's so slow. Well, we know that
I didn't realize you could even
who knows how many hundreds of ads.
Wow. For me, I haven't had any issues. I do know that though, that your data, your numbers, they're not going to be displayed until, typically, from my experience, like 24 hours later. But nothing's been slow on my end. Everything seems pretty good. Question for you on your AMS ads: are you putting an end date, or do you just keep them going?
I've been doing an end date.
Okay. I'm thinking about just letting them run forever, just to see what happens.
Forever
until I die.
What it is, I'll do that. But yeah, I have some that are running forever, and yeah, that's kind of the problem too, because if this thing keeps freezing, I need to eventually go back and figure out, like, hey, should I keep running these ads?
Right. Huh. Interesting. Yeah. No, I haven't had any issues.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll see what Anthony says.
Okay. Yeah, Anthony, if you're listening,
contacted him. So
Anthony, if you're listening, let us know. Dude, that guy's putting out, like, him and Kevin, man, they're freaking putting out content 24 hours a day.
Oh yeah, no, and I don't know how many ads they have either. They're cranking out a bunch of ads and designs.
I think he said he's putting out ads on all his shirts.
That's probably why it's running so slow.
Well, Anthony, you done screwed everything up for everybody, man.
Yeah.
Cut that out.
Yeah. Now the system's slow, bro. Gotta get those ads, bro.
That's right. Cool. Well, hey, excuse me. I will see you in a couple of weeks in Los Angeles. Well, actually, you're going to be in San Jose as well.
Yeah. So real quick, couple of things. I will be in San Jose for a little while. Me and Ken, the Hustle Bee, we do the Out Hustled. We're going to California, so we'll be out there. We're gonna see, of course, Young, and we're gonna try to do like a whole, meetup thing that we're gonna do over there. We are gonna go to LA. The thing is, when we're in LA, RJ has his conference out there. So Young, we just mentioned Anthony, Travis, RJ, all of them are going to be out there in LA. So for sure, if you're in San Jose, we're going to have some sort of like meetup. But even if you're in LA, we're probably going to have a meetup then too. So
Right.
I'll probably post something in our Facebook group on who wants to come to meet up, because we're going to be in both.
Right. Actually, it's funny that you mentioned that because lately, I think it's because of the trip that I took recently. I've been getting a lot of messages from local people here in the Bay Area saying, "Hey, man, why don't you have a meetup here?" And I think that'll be a good opportunity when you're in town to have a meetup. And now, obviously, Glenn's going to be here for his for the whole eBay thing, but we can just combine the whole meetup between eBay and merch.
Oh yeah.
But and then a couple of days later, uh, I'll be flying down to Los Angeles, and it just happens, like Glenn said, and this wasn't done on purpose. It just kind of worked out like this. Glenn's going to be in Los Angeles, and he's going to pick me up at the airport because he's driving down there, and I'm flying. So he's going to pick me up at LAX, and then we'll definitely have another one down in Southern California.
More than
Uh,
likely, I'm gonna try to see where I had the dates as far as what's going on. Yeah, so RJ's conference is on the 26th. More than likely, we'll have a meetup in LA on the 25th, and for sure, the meetup for San Jose area will be on the 23rd.
and the 23rd. Okay, what day is
Yeah,
that?
that's on a Tuesday.
Okay, so 23rd Tuesday, we'll have one here in the Bay Area. I know a lot of you guys been asking. We'll post something in the group, like Lynn said. Um, um, when I get a head count of how many people approximately, I'll then let you guys know the location. So if you guys are interested, join the Facebook group, Merch Minds Facebook group. I'll have something posted in there.
Yeah, you can join though at hustlerhacks.com. Click on the right hand corner. I have like an out hustled button. If you click on that, I don't have the official dates on there yet because we're trying to get all that done. But I think for San Jose we have like 10 to 15 people for that one that have already signed up. I think Mo is part of that one for San
Mo?
Jose. Yeah, Mo's on there.
Oh, dude, I can't go. I can't go. No, actually, Mo's a really good friend of mine.
Yeah, I really want to meet him.
He's actually one of the nicest people I've ever met. Seriously.
And then for LA, I think we have like 40 something people right now. So LA, I know, is going to be pretty
dude,
packed.
what are you having your own freaking conference? 40 people?
I know. LA got a little crazy, and that's actually where most of the YouTube subscribers are from, apparently. So I'm pumped for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So cool. So but yeah, so let us know if you're in the Bay Area. We'll set something up. We just need like an approximate head count so I can find the location. Anything else, Glenn?
I think what else? Just letting everybody know, so you can watch us now. We're changing that for 2018. You can watch us now on YouTube. If you really, really want to see our faces, then yes, you can watch it on YouTube. But for the most part, the podcast, Libsyn, iTunes, Stitcher, you can listen to it as normal. But now we're following a schedule. Merch Minds Mondays. You know when to listen. You'll have new episodes every Monday.
That's right.
So
cool.
Wanted to throw that in there.
So before we go, where can people find you?
Hustlerhacks.com. Email me hustlerhacks1@gmail.com, and just here on YouTube.
And you guys can find me geekhustle.com, or just tag me in the Facebook group. You can email me Yong, YONG at geekhustle.com. Also, I'm now recently messing with Instagram. So if you guys want to follow me there, my handle is geek_hustle.
There we
Glenn,
go.
it's 2018. I'm glad you got your mojo back. I'm pumped. I'm
100
excited.
round.
And so let's make this happen. Thank you guys for listening, and we'll be back next week.
See ya.